we invoked parity because we had concerns about continuous interference in our affairs by Canadian personnel. We haven't made much of that public. My sense is over a period of time, more stuff will come out and people will understand why we had the kind of discomfort with many of them.
In what would come as a respite for thousands of people in Canada and India, External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar has hinted that India is hoping to start the visa services soon, and that will happen, of course, when the security situation which stopped Indian diplomats from going for their duties and doing all the administrative work that included visa application forms processing was stopped in the wake of threat and intimidation from various groups, various violent groups, especially Khalistani terrorist group or Khalistani sympathizer people on social media. Physical intimidation were given, and that resulted in eventually cancelling all the processes and suspending it without any time limit. And also India had asked several of Canadian diplomats to go back, and India asked Canada to ensure a parity and rank and strength. Now External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar had also underlined the fact that there are evidences that these diplomats were also involved in activities that were beyond their duties, mandated duties of as a diplomat, and they were kind of involved in the internal affairs of India. Now our sources are also telling us that some of these diplomats had been important in ensuring the eviction in a way of several criminal in various states of India, and who were sought by the agencies, Indian law enforcement agencies, and these officers ensured them visa to go to Canada. Also, they had been watching closely all the developments in India, and they had also been some kind of involvement or some kind of backing the farmers agitation that was happening 2 years back in India. Also, there are evidences that many of these criminals who have got political shelter in Canada, they were literally picked by Canadian officials because and they were given political shelter in India. Canada, which calls India a strategic partner because of its crucial geographical location, and that fits in well into the Canada's overall Indo-Pacific policy, has also not given any positive response to India's several extradition requests that India has sought for the criminals who have been hiding in Canada. They could be terrorists, they could be criminal and other people. So the entire politics in Canada has been in a way shaped that is going against India's national interest, and this is what External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar also said, that the overall India-Canada diplomatic draw that is world is seeing right now is the result of a political section that has a same ideology from where the action is flowing that is impacting India-Canada bilateral relationship. How far this will go on, how long this will go on, that still remains to be seen. But for the thousands of people who have been coming and going from India to Canada and Canada to India, for many students who have been waiting their visa approval to attend colleges in Canada, there could be some positive forward movement, because now India is reviewing the entire security concern that was the reason why it had stopped issuing visa to Canadian people coming to India. With several of Canadian diplomats having left India, a big question remains: who is going to process that much of administrative work that required about 2 lakh students to go to Canada every year, and then thousands of family who regularly visit their friends and families in Canada. So that is something that remains to be answered. But from the Canadian side, what India has continued to underline is the fact that there has not been any substantial evidence or fact that could back up the allegation that Justin Trudeau, Canadian Prime Minister, had made against India and Indian agencies' role in killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, who was a dreaded Khalistani terrorist.